Share what you thinking, what you thinking. What's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. Hey, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. Tell me, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. Hey, what's on your mind? Say what you thinking, what you thinking. What's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. Hey, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. What's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. What's on your mind? Hey, tell me, oh, tell me. Tell me, oh, tell me. Tell me, oh, tell me. Tell me, oh, tell me.
What's your topic, sir? You ready to go, Jen?
Yes.
You was cutting up on that one, girl.
Share what you thinking, what you thinking. What's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. Hey, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. Tell me, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. Hey, what's on your mind? Say what you thinking, what you thinking. What's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. Hey, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. What's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. What's on your mind? Hey,
You know you love me. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the So What You Think channel, where we discuss all things beyond the gates. And hopefully everybody's doing well today. Happy Monday to you. Y'all doing all right? Yeah, I'm all right. I'm good. I am. Listen, before we get started, you already know what we like to do around here. Go ahead and hit that like button for me. Drop some love in the chat for our wonderful moderators. And take the time out to say hello to them and to our official greeter, Tony Lynn. Hello to you guys. Let me put some hearts up here across the screen. I'm sending those out. Let me also be in compliance myself and hit the like button. So y'all can't say I didn't do what I'm supposed to do, because you know that Linda is our official, not Linda Hill, but Linda Hill is our official officer of the doggone like button around here. So if you're not in compliance, she will let you know to get it together. Okay. But anyway, thank our moderators who keep everything running smoothly over here in our gatekeepers community. We also want to say a big welcome to everybody watching live today, and of course to our replay gang, because y'all showing up later is something that matters too. You catch the show later. I appreciate every single one of you. Drop some comments when you're there listening later, and I'll respond back eventually when they let me. You know, sometimes I be responding and it won't let me do it, but I'll try to do it later. But you know, you're mad around here. So before we jump into today's conversation, I want to tell you all that we have an interview coming up Thursday. And so on Thursday, we will be talking with Leon Walker Jr., who is a person who knows a lot about narcissism, as he is a narcissist himself, but a person who's been in recovery for it for many, many years. And now he tries to go and help other people understand what it is. And he likes to have deep conversations about it. So if you got questions about it, I really want to talk about it as it relates to the mother-daughter relationship, when a mother is a narcissist with her daughter, or mothers who are narcissists and they have children. But I want to relate it back to Leslie's character. But if you done dated one, if you got questions how to break free of one, does he sound like one? Is she one? Because women are very much can be narcissists too in a relationship. Don't get it twisted. So we're going to be talking about that Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure that y'all over here, you asked for it, you got it, Toyota. Okay. Now, of course, you know that we're going to tie the conversation right back to Beyond the Gates, even though his conversation about it is very broad. But we're going to tie it back to Beyond the Gates and Leslie being a narcissistic mother and the what that dynamic can mean for the parent-child relationship. This is not to take up for Eva or any of that. Is to understand narcissism as it relates to a child, especially a daughter. Is it as easy for them to break free the way you all are always wanting Eva to just, why she can't just this her, why her mama, but she grown, yada, yada. Well, see, we're going to talk about that from the perspective of somebody that is one, from the perspective of somebody who has practiced being one who did for a long time. And let you tell you all the things he used to do. And these folks spinning out, baby. I've interviewed him before, so and he's our brother over here to the channel. Okay, excuse me. Anyway, so it's going to be a good conversation, and I'm really looking forward to bringing that discussion to the gatekeepers. But for today, we got other things to talk about. We do. But y'all know before we do, I have to get down here and see get my romper room mirror out and say, who is this I see out here typing in these comments?
Who's that typing in the comments?
First of all, Bilo Didi is down here typing in the comments. Hey, Bilo Didi. And Miss Lil is also typing in the comments, who sends her hellos to everybody. Raven Maniac says, hello, fellow gatekeepers, Miss Jen and Mod Squad. I'm over here patiently and poignantly pondering the events of the week. As I take my seat, I will try to be discreet while I sip my BTGT. All right. Bislow is also in the house and says, or Be Slow. Says, good evening, Miss Jen and all the gatekeepers. Hello to you too, Be Slow. Linda Bias Barnett is also here and says, greetings, gatekeepers, peepers. I always say this backwards. I know that's my dyslexia kicks in. Okay, so I'm going to read it as it says. Greetings, gatekeepers, creepers, peepers, hedge hoppers, and bushwatchers. Myrtle Tinsler is also in the house. Hey, Myrtle. And Rhonda Reed is in the house, and she says, good evening to everyone. Hey, hey, Rhonda. Also in the house this evening is Unicorn Jim. Hey, Unicorn Jim says good evening to everyone and to you too. And Miss Jasmine Williams is over here as well, one of the channel favorites and regulars. She says she's looking forward to a great conversation on Thursday. I am too. It should be a good one. Y'all gonna have to hold your reins though, because some of y'all might get a little sensitive when he gets to talking, because he can be raw in his delivery sometimes. I'm just trying to prepare you. But I'll try to hold it, hold them reins as hard as I can. Peggy says, hello, Miss Jen Mods, Linda Bias Barnett, and Raven Maniac. All right, you guys. So that's it for those who have said hello from the comments. And with that, we're going to unlock these gates and get up in and see what had happened today, because I know y'all want to gossip. Gatekeepers, it's time for our daily dose of Beyond the Gates Unlocked. Y'all just be so doggone eager. I'm trying to let my light down. Y'all just be so doggone eager to talk about these doggone Duprees. Y'all have me gossip. I don't gossip like this. I do not. I enjoy to discuss things. That's a difference. See, that's what classy people do. We discuss you thoroughly. Read you to the ground, honey. This is what we do. But anyway, let's get into what happened today. Let me pull up the first picture and let's get to it. Now, Madison and Chelsea meet at the country club and go over wedding plans. And Madison is excited about everything. The Duprees really know how to throw an event. And Naomi's wedding was one that was really a great one. Was it really? Show us the pictures. We want to see. Speaking of Naomi, she was over there waking up at the motel, hotel, Holiday Inn. Okay, anyway, she was over there waking up at the motel, and Jacob was gone. And so there's a knock on the door, and it was her mother. And her mama came to tell her Jacob was unalived. We can't say certain words. Okay, so Jacob was unalived in the line of duty. Oh, and I said, I bet it's a dream. That's what I wrote down. But she falls down and she cries. She was like, oh, my Lord, not my Jacob. Girl, it was something. Anyway, also knocking at the door. Hold on. I think I forgot something. Let me put this in here. So she had a note I don't know where this note came from, but there was a note. And the note said, didn't want to wake you, gone to get breakfast, be back soon, love you always, Jacob. I forgot to say this. Okay. So before her mother knocked on the door, she had just read that note. Okay. Then mama knocks on the door and says, he gone, girl, he gone. And then she broke down and was like, oh my Lord, not my Jacob. And I'm like, girl, I know this got to be a rough thing to wake up to. Now, also knocking on the door was Carlton over to Dr. Nick O's office. He's back from his family trip. You know, I'm very suspicious, sidebar, I'm sorry. I'm very suspicious, Carlton, about you and these frequent trips home to this niece. Don't let that turn out to be no child you got. You understand? Because we waiting for you over here. We waiting, sir. Anyway, he's back from his quote unquote, y'all do them air quotes, air quote with me, quote unquote, family trip, showing off his dance moves that he learned while he was over there, you know, while he was gone with the family. But he was really glad to see Nicole, he said. And we like, we hear you. We hear you, sir. We hear you. Now, Leslie, Dana Anna Sherry Lulu, is having an event. This girl planning a whole wedding that ain't nobody asked her for. Daughter, ain't nobody engaged, ain't nobody bought a ring, ain't nobody said, will you? Ain't nobody said yes, no, dog, cat, nothing. But she over here planning up a whole wedding. Okay. So she was like, I really want to outdo those Duprees. So she's planning this wedding for Eva that Eva don't know nothing about. Eva's not engaged or nothing. And she wants to book, which she was like, I know we need to book it now. And the only thing is, you know, Eva and Isaiah don't know they get married. I'm just like, child, you need to calm it down. Now, Danny says that Jacob, hold on, let me go back to this picture because I got out of sync here. Okay, so Danny tells her daughter that Jacob cover was blown and he was pop-out down by some ops. And Naomi just can't believe it. We was just talking about our future just a minute ago. We was. Hey, Cynthia, we was. And now you telling me he gone? So then Naomi don't know what to do. She don't know how I'm going to exist without him. She says she'll never be able to breathe again. She ain't never going to be able to breathe again. She said we was best friends. What am I do? So her mother was like, lay down, girl, and get you some rest. And when she does, she wakes up and Jacob is sitting across the room from her looking like, girl, what's wrong with you? She was like, oh my God, I just had the most horrible dream. I knew it was a dream, but I still think it was foretelling of something to come. I do. I do. I do. He was like, I'm so sorry to be putting you through all of this. Well, if you that sorry, sir, go home. Because you wouldn't have been putting me through it because my husband wouldn't have went nowhere. Now, where Danny really was in real life. She was over to the country club. And Kat is, her and Kat are giving good vibes and ideas for the wedding because this is a real wedding that's happening. Not like the one that Leslie's putting on in her head. So they're working on the real wedding. And it sounds like it's going to be grand. I mean, after all, it is a Dupree situation. So how could it not be? Now, Leslie wants grand. No, she wants grandeur. She wants to take the guest's breath away the moment that they come through the door for this wedding that they don't know about, that her daughter doesn't know about. For this wedding that I'm planning that no one asks me to. I want the people's breath to be taken away. Girl, some tell me your daughter's breath going to be taken away when she hear about all this wedding planning you done. Wedding planner and all. But anyway. She's like, yes, it's got to be better than anything that the Duprees would give. I do. But it can't be at this country club. This won't do. Then she leaves the party planner in mid-sentence. The party planner looked like she just, girl, we feel for you because we know what it is to deal with Leslie, girl. Leslie is like a windstorm. She like a tornado that just sweep through and just, you don't know what's going on. You do not know what's going on. You do not. So we understand that look of confusion on your face right now, girl. We understand. There's a lot to deal with, but you know anything for a check, though, right? Now back at the happy table of four, uh, they're looking, and she's looking at them because Leslie saw them in there. She's like, why they all in there all happy and whatnot? So she's watching them together, and Kat was looking at her like, don't start none, won't be none. Don't start none, won't be none. But Leslie gonna start some. Now Carlton wants to take. I'm trying to get back in sync. You guys, give me a second. See what picture I'm going to use. I'm going to use. You got my pictures out of sync anyway. Okay, so Carlton wants to take Nicole to dinner this week if her schedule will allow. And she says, well, fortunately for you, my schedule is light. So we're good to go. So he's okay. And she said, well, what you want to do? He said, whatever you want to do. And she said, okay, well, I guess we're double dating with Joey and Vanessa. Ooh, I know you didn't see that coming, that you're going to dinner with a gangster. Dr. Carlton, you will be fraternizing with a known criminal. Oh, that's all right. Well, can they snatch your license for that, Carlton? Because I would, Nicole, you got a lot. Just because you want to be friends with criminals don't mean you should be making other people be friends with the criminals. Guilty by association, because I wouldn't have went nowhere with him. Yeah, she do be flip-flopping all over the place. But anyway, he says, whatever you want to do, I do. So if it's going with your criminal, with your friend and her criminal man, then I guess that's what we're doing. She was like, oh, that's good. And he says, as long as it's not Italian. So she was like, okay, now we can't be playing mob boss in front of them. So we can't be acting like the way we are. He was like, okay, you're right. So she also asked if they're not too much. Hold on, I'm trying to understand what I wrote, because y'all know I'll be writing fast. Oh, she said that this is what she was saying about let's not be playing around like this around Joey when we meet him, making jokes about being Italian and him being a mob boss and all that stuff. She's like, let's not be doing that, because he know a lot of people. So watch what you say when we at dinner too. I wonder who he not supposed to bring up, Nicole. Who he not supposed to bring up at the dinner? Why she tell him that? Girl, who we protecting? Let us know. Now, back at the table of four, they are they're talking about venues, and Danny knows of a really great place, the Maggie Creek Chapel. She was there and did a photo shoot once. It's perfection. It even actually has a little creek. I guess that's why they call it the Creek Chapel. Okay, but anyway, she says it's gorgeous. You're gonna love it. So Madison has to leave and told Chelsea to pick a date and just text her with it. She's cool with whatever you do. But Leslie over there overhearing everything what got said, right? Leslie like, oh really? Oh really? Maggie Creek Chapel. Check. Leslie low down. Okay. Now Eva comes out and Isaiah answered a phone call. Let me find this picture. Isaiah has answered a phone call from her dad, of all people. Sidebar. Isaiah, you ain't got to be taking your little shirt off for us like this. We already know you got all these muscles and things, sir. Thick thighs and everything. Y'all know thick thighs save lives. But listen, you ain't got to be throwing it all in our faces like this. Y'all through looking at y'all want me to go to the next picture. What y'all want? Because I know how y'all are. I know you're thirsty. Just thirsty for no reason. But anyway, he done picked up the phone and took a call from her daddy. And Eva was scared. She was like, what did you say to him? He said, nothing. I told him that you weren't feeling well and, you weren't going to be able to make it into the office today. She was like, I got to go to work. He said, no, your daddy done said for you to get back in bed and for you to take care of yourself. And I think that's what you ought to do. Take care of you. She was like, maybe for one more hour, but then after that, I got to go to work. He was like, we'll see. Y'all want to keep looking at Isaiah. Y'all just lusty. Just lusty. All of y'all need to be somewhere in a trade school learning the trade. Need to be in a vocational school learning the trade. Sitting up here want to look at all these muscles and things. Y'all through looking at, can I go ahead on now? I'm telling you now, stop that. Get it together. Now, Leslie is still hiding and listening to the Duprees' every wedding plan and writing down the details, every single one. And she's excited to get the gift of Dupree class. Once she has it all, she leaves. But as she's walking off, Kat saw her, and Kat, of course, Kat, you see how Kat is gritting her teeth? She looked over there like, what? I don't know who be, sidebar. I don't know who be drawn on her eyebrows, but her eyebrows be drawn on to perfection. And another thing, I like Kat with straight hair, which is what she wears in real life. This is cute because y'all know she's been curly hair most of the time. Maybe this is a part of the signaling her growing up is that they're giving her the straight hair. What y'all think? Anyway, she looked at Leslie like, that heifer. I'm like, girl, if only you knew what just went down. I mean, and I don't know why you still upset that she at the country club. She got the money now, even though she got it from your grandmama, giving it, having to give it to her in that trust fund. But I mean, she got the money to be at the country club. Let's not act like that. Okay? Let's not act like that. Now, Jacob and Naomi was talking about something. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I missed this part, but I do know that he said that he was gonna be careful out here on these streets. I'm like, well, that's nice. Be careful. Do everybody gotta have a gold chain? He got a gold chain. Y'all see Isaiah got a gold chain. Isaiah got a gold chain. Here Jacob sitting up here with his gold chain, but ain't nobody gold chain on top. Ted gold chain sticking down there in that chocolate neck meat, honey. Y'all can hang it up. We appreciate it, but I'm just saying. But anyway, Dr. Nicole and Carlton are talking mob dinner, and in comes Dr. Rollins, right? Being rude and intrusive and saying stuff he ain't had no business. He done came in here hot. So I needed to know if you got my watch. You got my watch. Where did I leave it? He did too much. It was very classless, sir. We know that Nicole is doing too much and doing everything with everybody, but you ain't had to come in like this, sir. You did not. You already know her and Carlton be talking and stuff, just like y'all be talking and stuff. Talking. The way y'all talking, the same way they talk when he over at her house. They talk the same way. You and her talking. You already know that. So to come in here talking about did I leave my watch and where did I leave it at? Oh, it was just classless. But we love it. We do. It was messy. And we love it. We do. But anyway, she was like, it was right where you left it. Okay, Dr. Nicole, for the don't try to come in here and catch me ain't ready to give an answer. Dr. Nicole was like, where you leaving? She was like, it was right where you left it. Uh-huh. She didn't like that though. So Nicole was like, listen, y'all, because he was like, I need to talk to Nicole. And Carlton was like, I'm already talking to her. So they got into a little tiff back and forth and back, right? And she was like, listen, y'all gonna have to take that mess back out there on the basketball court where y'all was out there acting a fool, acting like big old grown men babies. And they was like, no, it wasn't like that. She was like, oh yeah, then how come your wrist hurt and your arm hurt? Both of y'all came back with injuries. Y'all was out there with all that, out there doing all that stuff. She said, you save all that testosterone toughness for the basketball court. My office is not the spot for that. But sidebar, now Nicole. You the one who wanted to mess where you eat, Nestle. You the one wanted to do it. You said you wanted all the smoke, sister. And here it is. It's smoky. It's smoky in your office right now. You wanted all the smoke. Here it is. Gonna try to act like you ain't the one. You the one lit this match, sis. Because you could have said to Dr. Rollins, I'm already talking to Carlton. You could have told Carlton, I'm going to leave it alone. But you the one. You the one, and your ex-husband worked down this hospital. Girl, you 3 foot, 3 foot, 3 foot, girl. You is, girl. I'm just saying, don't come here trying to get overclassy now, honey. You said you wanted a clown show. Here it is. Here it is right here in your office, girl. And we are here for the drama, so you can hush. Now, what was you saying, Dr. Rollins, about where your watch was and whatever else? Go ahead on, tell us. Now, Nicole, you hush, let him talk now. We want to hear all the mess. So, Nicole said, this is just petty and juvenile, and it's not about to happen in my office. And so Carlton said, the game was just friendly. And she was like, no. Don't try to tell me that the game was just friendly. Y'all was in there letting off steam. Don't try it. And she says, you grown men ain't about to be in here acting like this in here. So Carlton apologizes. Carlton right away reads the room and he's like, you know what, you're right. I'm sorry. We shouldn't be acting this way. And I'm gonna go. And then what's his name was like, Dr. Rollins was like, good, because I wanted to talk to her. But Carlton was a gentleman about it, and she thanked him for being a gentleman. But once gone, she told Dr. Rollins, she said, let me tell you something. I don't like the way you was acting. See, you know what, Dr. Rollins, I'm going to tell you something you better recognize right now. I'll tell you something. Wait a minute. Do that? Yes, it does. Okay, let me tell you something. Nicole is a graduate of Tougaloo College. Tougaloo, do you hear me? They ain't taught all this foolishness down at Tougaloo College. Not at Tougaloo, sir. So she told him, she said, look, I don't like the way you came up in here acting. I don't like that. Okay? All these stunts and throwing tantrums like you a child, that don't roll with me. Black people don't play this, Dr. Rollins. You need to know this. Now, we likes to clown out here in these streets and things, but when we get to work, we are very professional, okay? And very proper, sir. We don't do all this. We do not. We don't like the people to know about our real. We go to work. We take our lunch. We clock out. We don't want you to know too much more about us when we on these jobs. And here you are letting it all hang out. We don't do that at work generally. Generally, we don't. And especially those that have been to the Tougaloo College, they don't do that. But anyway, she said, and I'm going to tell you something. This was too much. And now I got to think about it. And don't hold your breath while I do. I was like, oh, she told you not to hold your breath, sir, while she thinks about what you did right her. Which translates to don't call me, I'll call you. And I think she meant that because she kind of said that with her whole chest. You done embarrassed this lady of color, the graduate of the Tougaloo College. You've embarrassed her down to the job, and you don't do that. You don't do that to us. We don't like that. Now, Eva was at home minding her business, and Leslie just walked her tail right up in the house in the midst of all of the situations that were situationing. Like she lived there. I know you used to live here, but you don't live here no more, ma'am. You do not. Isaiah and Eva in here canoodling, and she just walks right in, making excuses not to leave. Because I've seen it all. There's nothing that you're going to say that I haven't seen. I don't know about it. I don't care about that. And then sat down. Right, It was crass. But she did walk away for a little while after Eva has to strongly insist that she does. Because she was like, Mama. And Isaiah sitting up there with all them muscles glistening and whatnot. Are y'all through looking? Can I move on? Are y'all lusty cows? Are you lusty cows? Can I just move on without y'all looking at all these shoulders and things? Shoulders and arms and things. Okay, now y'all through looking at can I move on or can I move on? But anyway, Naomi and Jacob are talking and he's doing okay with his new fake bachelor life. At least with the meal part, he got that going pretty good. So she fills him in on the friends, asking about him, in particular Derek. And once this case is over, they are going to be nothing but loving and romantic. And sidebar, I got a feeling that the clock is ticking for Jacob because of that dream and all this future talk that they doing right here. It's either curtains or a coma for Jacob. Jacob is either coma or curtains for you, sir. We're not going to hear you say nothing for a long time. You just going to get paid to lay there in the bed and say nothing. And you probably going to wake up and don't recognize somebody or something. But it's curtains for you, Jacob. I could tell from the way they talking. This is why they building all this, what we about to do. And our futures, as soon as it's over, we putting too much on it. We putting too much on it. Coma or curtains. It's one of the two, Jacob. Anyway, they're saying goodbye, and he hate to leave, and she said that. Okay, I was trying to see what this was going on over here. Okay, down in the comments. Okay, anyway, Naomi and Jacob are saying goodbye, and he had to see her, and she will take all the stolen moments that she can get. And he got to go, but he told her to wait at least 10 minutes before she leaves out. And he promises that he's going to be careful. And when he left, Naomi just sat there holding on to her pillow. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff about to go on with them. They need it though, because we was really bored with their storyline. So if y'all can shake it up some, shake it. Shake it. Shake it up. So hold on, let me see. Let me make sure. Did I just turn my page? Hold on one second. Yes, I need to be careful. I'm done with this page. Okay. Now, Cat calls, and the place that they wanted is booked. Even the backup dates are booked. Every other place, everything else they wanted to do is booked. They was like, this is so odd. So they pick up to call Bijou. Is it Bijou? And she's the event planner. And her phone rings, and Danny was like, wait a minute, she out here, I hear her phone ringing out here, because they was like, that's her ringtone. How y'all know her ringtone? Do y'all throw that many parties? You know the party planner's ringtone. But anyway, she was there sitting there on the couch looking rattled. She says she may quit the event business altogether because she just can't take it no more. Because Leslie done wore this lady out. Done wore out, child. Now Eva has to leave for work. And Isaiah said that he would lock up. Now, Isaiah, her mama just walked up in here with a key, sir. So why does anybody need you to lock up? Do you live there? He got a key to your spot, Eva. Why? Damn, girl, you just met this man 14 minutes ago. Well, maybe 32 minutes ago, but it still is under hour. It's under hour in dog years. I'm sorry, ma'am, but I'm not understanding why he got no key. Your mama got a key. She just demonstrated that when she just walked up in here. So what did he need to lock the door for? But I understand we need to have a reason for them to be left behind. But I'm just saying, next time. Hey, wait, you don't always get this wrong. This name wrong. Setobia Doxy. I know she at home going, child, that ain't nowhere near, but I'm trying. Anyway, how you doing? Okay, so she goes on to work, leaves Isaiah there. Hey, Frank Life, leaves Isaiah there with her mama. And I'm like, child, you feeling bold. You know your mama crazy. But anyway. So right off, Leslie's crossing boundaries. Said something to him like he was flirting. He was like, slow down. Slow down, clown. Ain't nobody doing all that. Let's not do that. But at least he was able to get her together. Okay. So he said, and that's exactly why we need to talk, because you do too much. In a nice way, he told her she do too much. And he also knows she got zero sense to be crossing lines. Everybody can see it, but he said these things to her nicely. He said it nicely. Emperor Chang says, come join Gospel Bob, open panel, everyone welcome. Okay, Emperor Chang, if they get a chance to get over there, I guess they will. Mods, pay attention. Okay, anyway, the event planner, but she was at the country club. Wait, I'm sorry, I looked up at the wrong thing. Sorry. So anyway, he's trying to be careful talking to Leslie, because Leslie is notorious for crossing lines, and he doesn't want her to cross these lines. So, but we'll see if he can handle Leslie and her craziness. We'll see how you do. We'll check back in, Isaiah. Now, Nicole sees Carlton and apologizes for Dr. Rollins' rudeness. And he says, no, I understand. He can handle it, he says, though. She appreciates his understanding. But Carlton, I don't know, child. We're going to see what happened with y'all, but I don't know. I don't know if I don't trust you, or I don't know if I don't trust her with you. But I don't know, child. At the country club, Kat and Chelsea are about to learn that their wedding plans are being hijacked. Danny sits down and says, I cannot believe it. She's hijacking all of our plans. Neighbor's like, who? She didn't say who. But y'all know everybody wig about to get blown back when they find out that it's Leslie child. Now Isaiah is getting Dana together. She's getting in the way of Eva's happiness and pushing too much. And she said she just wants to see my child be happy. And maybe I am pushing for things to go fast because I wanted to hurry up for her. It didn't happen for me. And I just want to lock in her happiness. And I'm glad that she found you. And he told her to stop with the wedding plans. If and when there is a moment for us to have something to celebrate like that, you'll be the first to know. And then you can do your thing. Agree? She said, okay. So she agrees to lighten up. Oh, that's so sweet. But she not. You know she not. Now, not Eva. I have here, Eva sees Madison at the hospital. And then she's congratulating her on the wedding and the fellowship and everything. Here's the thing, though. I don't think Madison dislikes Eva. Madison was very warm and smiling, and they walked off together, still talking. And I was like, girl, do you know that the Duprees don't really get down with her? And you're going to have to choose a side, sis. Don't let this be the reason that y'all break up because you can't choose a side. Do people have to hate who you hate? If you ain't talking to somebody, can nobody else talk to them? How do y'all be navigating that kind of situation? Because girl, you don't know this about to be trouble for you. Now, Naomi comes down to the hospital too. And she sees Ashley and she sits down and talks to her. She's like, I need to talk. She's like, I'm scared that I'm going to lose Jacob to whatever this is that's going on with him. But Ashley assures her that he would be okay, which assures us that he won't. Something going to go wrong. Because back in the alley, he in the alley, Rashad is calling for his next drop. Who knew that blood plasma could be such a dangerous and dirty business? Cause ooh. I mean, now they got industrial plastic in the alley. Y'all ever seen industrial plastic up in the alley? I ain't never seen no industrial plastic up in the alley. Y'all be doing too much for these TV scenes because I ain't never seen no industrial plastic up in the alley unless they needed to put somebody in some and wrap them up or something. Because is that what, Jacob, they about to put you in the plastic? I'm trying to understand what's going on. Who hung plastic in the alley? What's the purpose? Somebody explain it to me. Somebody tell me, because I do not know, child. Anyway, let me get down to the comments right quick and see what you guys have been talking about before I get out of here. 38 minutes. I did this in record time. Look at me now. Okay. All right. Let's see. Unicorn Jim had said hello to everybody. I don't know if I'd seen that earlier. And Peggy, I think we stopped off at that. Hold on. This thing is in my way. I can't see. Linda says, I always knew Leslie was 2 tacos short of a platter. She was running amok. She was. Bilo Didi says, they were wrong today, had us thinking Jacob was unalive through a whole commercial break. I knew he wasn't going nowhere. I knew that was a setup. Because it wasn't nobody else there but Danny. Because you know the Duprees would, if they had opened up that door and everybody had been standing, I'd been like, oh girl, this is it. It's time for slow singing and flower bringing. Slow singing and flower bringing, honey. The Dollar Tree detective knew her out, knocked her out. Kat acted very immature today. Oh, Kyle acted very immature today. Being hey, she mine, she mine. I'm like, y'all in here fuck. But you know this, Nicole, this what you get for jumping this foolishness off and down into your job. Acting like you're not a whole psychiatrist. Girl, you are a doctor. You're supposed to be more bullshit than this down to your job. I'm suspicious about Carlton's family trips too. Girl, quote unquote family trips. Oh yeah. I don't know, Carlton. I don't think you squeaky clean, sir. Cynthia Willoughby says hello to everybody. Jasmine says Kyle was funny too, getting under Carlton's skin. He didn't, but he did. Carlton was trying to act like he wouldn't, but child, you know you ain't like that. The BTG director shamelessly made us wait at least 15 minutes to find out the fate. That Jacob's demise was only a dream, just as you surmised, Miss Jim. Yeah, I saw that from the I wrote because I write this stuff down in real time. So if I write something down and say that's what I think, that's what I thought right in that moment. This could not end well with the Dollar Tree detective. Jasmine said a Dollar Tree detective. And the intrepid preppy are too stupid for words. You talking about Smitty? Somehow Eva will get blamed for Leslie's shenanigans and will. And will. I can't with Eva as long as she keeps enabling. She can't be a perpetual victim of her buffoon parental unit. What is Eva doing now? What is she doing now? Mama trying to plan her way. What is she doing now? She ain't nowhere at the country club while her mom over here still in plans. So how, is this a girl? You going to explain that to me like I'm slow, like I do not understand, because I do not understand. What is Eva supposed to be doing now? Nicole is a flip flopper. Is trying to be sexy, but that man bun. You don't like that man bun? Let's keep looking at Isaiah. Taya said. let me leave that on the screen for y'all, because y'all so doggone thirsty. Just thirsty, all of you. But anyway, okay, let me go back to the comments. I can't look at Isaiah like that. He's the same age as my son. That's what I say. I mean, this one, Bill. We need Bill. I need for Elon to come to the front of the room. I need for even Officer Malone come on to the front of the room. I need for the grown people to come to the front of the room. Okay, come to the front of the room. Let Carlton come to the front of the room. Go to the front of the room. Now Leslie did today was good and soap. Wait, what Leslie did today was good and soapy, and what makes soap operas good? Her stealing all that information so they don't know that it's her who got it. Okay. It only look if only looks could unalive. Your cat was ready to just at the sight of her. Sorry, friend. Wait, I love Leslie, but TMG is doing her job. I was looking at a clip of the lady who plays Leslie right now. Her name is not coming to mind. I can't say her name right. Trisha Mann Gant. She was at the airport the other morning at 5:00 in the morning, and the people was giving her a hard time. They was like, how's Leslie doing? They was like, Leslie getting on my nerve now. Leslie need to calm down. She doing too much. I'm like, we done all said it, ma'am. We done all said it. Sorry, friends. I shut up. Said hi to the ladies and gents. Unless Carlton promised his deceased siblings, he would look out for his niece. It's weird because do uncles spend that much time with their nieces? I don't know. Maybe her name is Niecey. Maybe that's the lady name, Niece. You might say, I said with my niece E. You hear me say E at the end? I said niece E. Her name Niecey. Come join the Gospel of Bob open panel. Everyone welcome. Okay. Jacob is out and Naomi is going to be with Child. I believe that that green suede couch should be mighty sweaty. Yeah, I understand that our monies is limited, but here's what we can do. We can just act like you was just baking a cake, but please stay off these couches. Y'all are making me very aware of sitting on people's couches. I don't think I want to no more. I'm going to need a prayer cloth to sit down on the couch. I'm like, do you got a towel I could put on? I'm gonna bring my own. I ain't got time. I don't trust y'all. I don't trust none of you no more. I don't trust you. Frank Life said hello to everybody. Unicorn says, like Leslie always does too much. She does. Eva is moving too fast with Isaiah. How is Leslie booking a location for an imaginary wedding? Because she is. Because that's what Leslie do. Too much and often. Wig about to be gone. It is Japal. As soon as these Duprees find out what happened, the first thing Kat gonna do is blame Eva, and it's your fault. and y'all so desperate and crazy and stupid and dumb, and she gonna call her 19 names, and Eva gonna be like, I don't even know what you're talking about, and it ain't gonna matter. It's still gonna be Eva's fault. Unicom Jim, she's planning an imaginary wedding. Period. Girl, I don't know. Either that or she trying to run the man off, which I would be going with that. I really think that what Leslie wants to do is run Isaiah off. That's really what I think. In my experience with this kind of stuff, especially with narcissistic people like this, the aim is to run people off that they think that you're close to, so that they can, because either they want to control the situation with you with them, or they want the person gone. And I think she's trying to run Isaiah off in a sense on one end. Leslie is trying to do her life all over through Eva. Now that's very common as well. I'm real no life on the soaps. Yes, Madison does seem really cool with Eva. Yeah, that did. It was a moment where I was like, girl, do you know we don't like her? They don't mess with her. The Duprees don't like her, sis. Jacob is not about that life. Jacob not about that life, but Rashad is. Okay. Rashad is very much about that life. I just want you to know, okay? On Dexter, yes, he is. On Dexter. Who is Dexter? Frank Life, you're right. Are they doing construction in the alley, or is that the plasma spot? I don't know. But if it's the plasma spot, this nasty piece of plastic y'all got up here, I don't want none of that plasma. I don't think Chelsea Naomi dislike Eva. Wait, I don't think Chelsea and Naomi dislike Eva. I think the reason they don't deal with her is, well, see, well, that is true, but at the same time, because she's coming into the Dupree circle, I think Kat is going to demand that she choose a side, and that's going to be part of the reason why she going to have a problem with her. Kat Jesse, she over here talking to Eva. You don't be talking to Eva, eating lunch with Eva, talking to Eva. So I just think it's going to be a problem, child. Thanks again, cousin Mods. Kat will warn Madison about showing courtesy and kindness. Right, that's what's going to happen. Because I read y'all where it says Kat is gonna warn Isaiah about Eva. Maybe that's what she gonna warn about is the wedding, but he already know about it. So girl, Kat, you gonna learn to sit down somewhere and stay out people's business. But I told y'all she just like Leslie. I'm gonna start calling Nicole nasty Nicole. Oh, Linda, you gonna call her Nene? N. Jasmine, you got me hollering over here. Nicole is all over the place with these men. When Chelsea and Naomi become cool with Eva, Kat will lose it because I have a feeling that day is coming. It looks like it. I love Beanstalk Bill. Double belly. Wait, hold on. I gotta read it right now. I love Beanstalk Billy, double bubble belly and all, but only for 5 minutes. Oh my God. Jasmine. Ooh, okay. Y'all got Jasmine over here laughing. I missed the watch along live for the Oscars. Was done with the Winners movie, but it was good to see ballet dancer Misty Copeland dancing her way back to the stage. Yeah, that was cool. Misty Copeland looks good after retirement and surgery, dancing and saluting in the musical performance. Yeah, it was good. And my watch along, I listened back to some of it myself. I'm like, child, this is why I can't do real life stuff, because what I say gonna mess around, what I think gonna really come out my mouth. And I don't really like talking about real people because I don't like talking about real people like that. But I do enjoy to talk about the outfits. Some of these outfits I could not get together with. I could not. And then, like I said, now I would like to feel that if I had a couple few dollars, that I would be able to go in there and represent for the big girls. I would. I would like to think that anyway. But I ain't got no couple few dollars, so I got to wear the junk I got. It ain't the same thing. I'm over here that cat. Wait a minute. I'm so over the cat petty blaming Eva for her life. Cat needs to act like a grown adult woman instead of a little girl. Well, I keep saying I think that the cat character is growing up. I think that she's turning the curb to maturity, but it's gonna take a minute for her to get there first. So we're just gonna have to be patient about that. That's just all it is to do that, darling. We'll have to wait about it, you know. But anyway, y'all, that's what happened today. Let me see. Let me see what's gonna happen. We talked about it the other day, but I didn't forget. What are the spoilers for tomorrow's episode of Beyond the Gates? Okay. Girl, you telling all untruths. Okay, never mind. Spoilers for Beyond the Gates this week. Okay, so let me read it to you. Let's see what happens tomorrow. All right. The 17th, that was tomorrow. All right, so tomorrow, Eva turns to Ted for help. Danny makes a concession, and Kat warns Isaiah. Okay. Okay. For Beyond the Gate says, please jump off the screen. Eva's desperate need for her dad's is in desperate need for her dad's help. Meanwhile, Danny makes a concession. I'm reading this from Soap Hub. So in case you guys want to go look. Okay, so Beyond the Gates focuses on Eva's desperate need for help from her dad. Meanwhile, Danny makes a concession for Andre. And Kat doles out some warnings to Isaiah. Again. Are we really in the habit of warning people about their girlfriend? Child, you better be quiet. You better be quiet. That's all I can tell you. So we got tomorrow and Wednesday, and then there's no show Thursday and Friday. But Thursday, we will be doing the interview with here we go. We'll be doing the interview with Leon Walker. I keep almost saying the wrong name because I used to work with a drummer whose name was Leon for many years. So I say his name sometimes when I'm thinking about I need to be anyway. I worked with him for so long, that's why I keep saying that name. But anyway, so narcissist Beyond the Gates, Leslie, mom, and manipulator. So author, motivational speaker Leon Walker Jr. will be here Thursday at 7:00 along with me to talk about narcissism. And I'm going to talk about, try to get some, he doesn't watch this show. So you guys need to have your questions ready for whatever it was that you want to, you need to have your questions ready for whatever it is that you want to talk about as far as narcissism and Leslie and what your questions may be. But then again, you may just want to ask some questions in general about narcissism. And he usually gives advice on dating and narcissism and identifying what a man does or what they does. Or he'll be very honest and open. And some people can't take his level of honesty about the things that he did because they think that he's bragging when he's trying to give you the raw of it, of what it is really like when he was dealing with people and the stuff that he would do to women to break them down, because that was always the goal, to break them down, build them up, break them down, keep them on the thing. But one of the sweetest people, I think. He's a really sweet guy. But anyway, so Thursday night we'll do that at 7 p.m. All right, y'all good? Everybody acting all right? Let me get the rest of these comments. I can't wait for Vanessa realize someone come about. Wait, I can't wait till Vanessa to realize about the truth about Joey. That would be interesting if that were to happen. I really don't know how she would handle that, but I think that she would stab him in the back. That she'll in other words, she will get back at him, as the saying goes, stab him in the back, but meaning get back at him for what he's done to her husband. But girl, I don't know why we gotta act like you really cared about Joey in that way, girl, because we know you didn't really care about him like that, sis. You know you didn't. You did not care about Doug like that. Why is we in here gotta act like you why? Why we gotta do all that? But anyway, girl, you go ahead. This will ease your conscience, because we know where you was when you got the news. I keep telling you that. So it's hard for us to even look at you with a straight face, Nessa. Look at what you was doing when you got the word that the man was gone. Anyway. All right, gatekeepers, that was a great conversation today. Before we head out, I want to once again say thank you to our moderators. And please drop some hearts in the chat for them. But in the meantime, thank you to the whole gang.
Katie Mommy, Bilo Dee, Destiny H, Cousin Linda, Elaine T, Belinda Hill, and the Raven Maniac. Thank you.
Drop those hearts and show them some love for all that they do, which is a wonderful job of helping to keep our community running smooth. They had to do some things today. Y'all had to get down there and do some dirty work today, I saw. But anyway, they help to keep everything running smoothly. thanks to everyone who joined the conversation today, and also to those in our replay gang, because we appreciate each and every one of you being here and being a part of the gatekeeping community. Also want to shout out Elaine, our leader of the replay gang, who's always down there to remind you guys to hit the like button and to comment. I'm trying to fight off coughing. And don't forget, this Thursday at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, we will be having this conversation with Leon Walker Jr., where we'll be talking about narcissism and how it can affect families. And we'll be tying that conversation back to the character Leslie and the dynamics between her and her daughter Eva. That's going to be a really good and interesting discussion. So make sure that you join us. And as always, I do hope that you're having a great day. And if not, remember, there's still some time left. Why not see what you can do to turn it into one anyway? And I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. All right. Bye.
Okay, that's it for today. They're closing the gate, so I've got to close this door until tomorrow. See you then. Bye-bye.